Hi lovely people, welcome back. Today I'm going to review a fragrance from the Italian house Masque Milano. This one is called Tango. I have a decant of it right here, 10ml decant, which was very generously gifted to me by my good friend. The first time I smelled Tango was when I was meeting my friend to collect this decant. And as they were approaching, I could really smell it off from a couple of meters away, actually. So it has, right from the beginning, I can tell you that it has very, very good projection and sillage and excellent performance. And so if you place high value on that kind of thing in a fragrance, I think Tango from Masque Milano has this in spades. Tango is basically an Oriental amber fragrance, and if you have watched my channel long enough, you'll know that I'm a big fan of that genre of fragrance, and I have quite a few, which I love, such as Serge Lutens Ombre Sultan. I have Ombre Rousse from Parfum d'Empire. I also have Andy Towers' L'air du Dessert Marocain, which is a completely different type of amber, and they're all different in their own way. And this again is different as well, although I have to say, and I haven't done a side-by-side comparison, this is probably close to something, I guess it's probably closer to something like Ombre 114 from Histoire du Parfum. Even at times it can remind me of Mitza from Dior Privé collection. But let's get into this fragrance itself. So in the opening, to me, this is almost a boozy like vanilla, but what's done cleverly here is the blending of the spice of cumin. Now the perfumer for this fragrance is Cécile Zerokian, who is who's made quite a name for herself, I would say, recently. She's done some excellent perfumes, a couple of which I have, like Cache Noir from Laboratorio Olfativo and Private Label from Jovoy, among some other work. But they're two that I've tried from her, and she definitely has some talent when it comes to these Oriental ambers. And it opens up with this very boozy like vanilla, to me, really delicately blended with cumin. And this could have been, I guess, gone in the direction of something like MFK's Absolu pour le Soir, with the combination of honey and cumin, except this is more polite. The cumin doesn't come through nearly enough to be too animalic or too challenging, let's say, and it's just really well blended. As it goes into the heart, the floral, which presumably are the officially listed notes of jasmine and rose, the heart actually gets, in combination with really smoothly blended spice, quite heady. This is to me, a very thick amber, and it's an eau de parfum concentration, and it's a really nice step in the development. And you probably can overspray this. I'd say you can probably go a bit lighter in the sprays than you would with maybe some other ambers. When it finally does get into the base, I would describe it. It actually gets quite a dry, resinous feel with it, but I think that is a combination of the woods that are used here. There is cedar in the base. There's guaiac wood, which gives off a little bit of smokiness, and then there is tonka as well, and an ingredient called sweet clover, which, when I tried to research the ingredient, the characteristics of it, It's described as cormorant-like. So it's, you know, it's still tonka-like, tonka bean-like. So it does get dry and woody and resinous, and there is a touch of powderiness about it as well. So it's, some guys might find that this one leans a little bit onto the feminine side, which I can see, but you know, I enjoy wearing this. Doesn't bother, that kind of thing doesn't bother me at all. The best thing about this fragrance is that it's so well blended that, you know, you might recognize individual elements of this composition, but everything fits in and blends seamlessly together to create this gorgeous Oriental, quite a heady, thick, spicy Oriental. Here is my only fault with Masque Milano, and probably Masque Milano in general, and that is, the question is, given that I love amber as a perfume type, a perfume genre, this is up there with some of my favorites, some of the ones I consider the best. It's really good. It's really well made. Would I have a bottle of this? Not unless I can find it for half its retail price. And the thing is that this retails, and I'm doing comparisons here from Lucky Scent pricing. This retails on Lucky Scent for $145 US, which might seem okay, but these, we are talking about 35 ml bottles. You can buy a 60 ml bottle of Ombre 114 from Parfum d'Empire for $150 US, and all the other ambers that I've mentioned at the beginning of this video are all quite a bit cheaper than Masque Milano's Tango. Everyone can pay whatever they want. If they like something enough, that's fine, but personally, I can't ever see myself buying a Masque Milano full retail when I can find things that are just as good for a lot cheaper. If you find something unique in Tango that you cannot find in things like Ombre 114, Ombre Fetiche from Annick Goutal, or Ombre Sultan, Ombre Rosé, every other amber that's made a name for themselves, then go ahead, Masque Milano. You can't go wrong. It'll perform, it smells great. But for me, they have been savvy with their strategic use of fragrance influencers in getting their name out there, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily worth the price, in my personal opinion. But if you like your ambers, certainly worth trying out. I'm grateful for my decan. I really appreciate it. Once this is gone, hopefully I can find a heavily discounted bottle. That's my review of Masque Milano's Tango. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon.